Hello everybody, hello there, and welcome to my autobiography special live book event. Here's my autobiography, which is out on the 21st of February. This has got all the juicy gossip inside. It's all in here. And the night, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to just do it till 10 o'clock. It's 12 minutes past 9, so I'm going to just do it to 10. What I'm going to do is read out some stories that I've selected for you, and I'm going to do a wee Q&A. We ask us questions and all that. In fact, let me just change a wee thing here. There we go, that's that update. Right, now I've not read these stories out. By the way, see for my tour, my book tour, I want to be reading these stories out. The stories that I'm reading tonight are the stories that are going to be in the book tour, so don't worry about that, right? This doesn't ruin anything. I've picked some stories, kind of like my teenage and 20-something kind of ages that I think you might be interested in. Now here's you can I'm going to give a choice of what you are. These stories all based on actual events? Bob's the fucking autobiography. If anybody is watching this on YouTube, somebody said in the chat here on Twitch, are these stories all based on actual events? It's fucking actual, fucking happened. I'm going to give here's the options. I'm going to read you 3 stories. One is called First Drink, like my first drink. One is Strip Search, and one is called The Shadies on the Bus. Which one out of the 3 would you like to hear first? First drink, lots of strip searches. Right, strip search looks like it's flying up the screen. Right, page 82. I'll go to page 82. See, the book comes with a lovely blue liner. Now, I've no practice reading these out. I've no kind of read them out. So I do apologise if I make any wee mistakes. Right, this one's called Strip Search. See the whole book, it's in chronological order, right? So it starts pretty much with my first memory. And ends with me writing the book. Really. Right, so here it is. This is like, when was this? At this point, I was 16, I think, and I'd failed. Was I 16? I think 16. I just failed all my hires. Right, I'd changed school for Hill Park Secondary to Shawlands Academy halfway into 5th year because there's this lassie that I was seeing. I ended up leaving school and I ended up failing all my hires, right? I just fucked everything up. I was doing alright. I was kind of doing alright in school up to this point. And then I went back to 6th year because I didn't know what else to do. And I was about to drop out, but I was back in school. This is in 6th year, right? So here it is. Strip Search. I'll hold the book there so you can see it. After summer, I went back to school to redo my hires. I didn't want to. I wasn't interested anymore, but I didn't know what else to do with myself. I eventually dropped out about a month or so in, but until then I was just hanging about like a ghost. One day I was at the school gates on my way out, and this guy I knew pulled up outside in a Mini and asked me what I'm up to. He was kinda a mate that I'd talk to now and then. He was a wee bit of a troublemaker, I think. He looked like a weasel, with this laugh that went like that. He was like the Artful Dodger or Mickey Pearce for Only Fools and Horses. Do you know who that is? Mickey Pearce, you know. That's exactly what he laughed like, right? I told him I was up to fuck all, and he asked me if I wanted a lift. I asked him who the fuck the motor belonged to because he seemed a bit young. I said I'd just been done for car theft and I can't get into any more trouble. But he assured me it was his, so I got in. Fuck it. By the way, that's the thing that I explained earlier in the book. I got done. One thing I've never really spoke about on Twitter or anything was I got done for car theft when I was 15, 16. I got involved in knocking a couple of motors, joyriding, and the funny thing is, I can't actually drive. But the story, it's in the book. I don't want to go off on a fucking tangent. I can't actually drive. So I'd got into I'd done that, and if I was to get into any more trouble, I was fucked. Right? I had just got away. I got fined. I think I was 15 at the time. Then I turned 16 in court when it came to me getting done for it. So I got away with a fine, but you're in that sort of state that if you do anything else, they'll maybe jail you. Something like that, right? Right, he assured me it was his, so I got in. Fuck it. He showed me this wee container of pills, and he told me they were ecstasy or eckies. I don't know why he showed me. Maybe it was because I was asking how he could afford the motor. Maybe he was dealing. Anyway, we went for a wee drive about Shawlands, looking out the window, shouting at folk we knew as we passed them. We chatted about what we were up to. Then we headed to Shawlands Arcade car park. I don't know why we went there, but maybe it was because I spoke about how I couldn't drive and he wanted to give me a shot of the motor in a safe place. Shawlands Arcade car park was generally deserted. So he drove us up there. It wasn't the kind of car park where you had to pay to get in. You just drove into it for the road. It was deserted as usual, so he starts skidding the motor about like he's in a film, flaring it, then doing handbrake turns. There were wee corners that you turn around, wee concrete walls. We turned around one of them, and there was a police. The police just happened to be there. They just happened to be there, out their motor, checking something. And there's us, teenagers, skidding about in a Mini. I thought, I'm fucked. We got taken out and searched, and they found the pills on my mate. Then they arrested both of us and took us to the station. When we got there, we were split up, and I told the officers that I barely knew this cunt. Regardless, they gave me a strip search. Fucking strip search. I was in school only 5 minutes ago. They took me to some room, bigger than a cell, about the size of a wee changing room, and one of the police told me to stand in the middle. There was 3 of them, one in front of me who was going to be doing the search, and 2 at the door. I don't know why there had to be 2 at the door. Maybe one of them was there to learn how to do it. But shadowing. Then, bit by bit, the one in front of me told me to take off my clothes. He started with my shoes and socks. I took them off, then he picked them up and searched them. Then he said, "Okay, now take off your jacket," and searched that. Then, "Okay, your top," and I took that off as well. I was all calm and unemotional, like being in hospital. I knew that I'd be naked in a minute in front of these 3 older men. That in itself didn't bother me because we were in the context of a strip search. What did bother me though was that I'd trimmed my pubes, which was uncommon at the time. I did it out of boredom. I trimmed them right down so that I was almost bald, just for the hell of it. It looked kinda stupid, but it didn't matter because nobody was ever going to see it. But here I was, And I wondered what they would think. He's having a good laugh at that, yeah. What made matters worse that I wasn't wearing any pants. I didn't wear any at the time. That made matters worse because I knew that when my trousers came off, they'd be expecting to see pants. But instead they'd see my trimmed pubes. It would be double the surprise and double the embarrassment. So when the officer said, "Okay, trousers please," I felt the need to warn them. I said, "I don't have any pants on." It was a stupid thing to say during a strip search, I know, but you can understand my thinking. The guy said, "That's fine." I pulled down my denims and kicked him in front of me, and I stood there naked, trying to act like it was no big deal, and it wasn't really. I looked at the two police at the door. They looked at me like it was no big deal to them either, glancing between me and the clays and the officer doing the search. But they must have seen my pubes, or lack of pubes, and they must have been wondering. They must have been wondering what that was all about. Part of me liked the feeling that they were maybe wondering what I was into. The officer in front of me then told me to turn around, so I did. Then he told me to bend there, which I assumed was to look between my arse cheeks. I thought he was going to do something like spread them with his horns, but he didn't touch me. He just said, "Okay, stand up, that's you," and I put my clothes back on. It was alright. I'd just been strip searched for the first time, and it was actually alright. Then I was told I was free to go. So that was a pleasant surprise. I waited outside for my mate to see how he was and what was going to happen, but I could see that things had been harder for him. His eyes looked watery. I asked him how it went, and he said he got a cavity search. They put something like a spatula up his arse to see if he had more recce's up there, and he wasn't happy about it. But I was happy. I really did feel good. Only half an hour before, I'd walked out of school, aimless, with a feeling in my life gone nowhere. Then this had happened. It was exciting. That's how bored I was. Me bent air in a police station with a policeman looking at my arsehole. That was a highlight. That's the end of that wee story. That's the end of that wee story. I don't know if I should go. Thank you very much. True story. True story. And see after that, after when I bumped into that guy again and again, like I bumped it because he's for Shawlands, and anytime I bumped into him in a pub, he still had that fucking glazed look in his eyes, like watery. His eyes were fucking watery. What's GP McAdam? Put your face behind the mic for a second, please. What is it? Please don't interrupt. This is going on YouTube. G McAdam. This is going on YouTube, mate. I've not got the time to take fucking requests to go behind a fucking mic. It's a professional. He still had that his eyes kind of watery. And then I heard I had a pal. I went to meet another pal at this pub that this guy went to, and he said, "Oh, I saw, what do you call it? I won't say his name. I saw a thingy earlier. Oh, aye. How's he keeping?" He just kind of popped his head in the pub and went out again. I said, "How's it going?" That's my pal telling me. I asked him, "How's it going?" And he said, "Aye, pretty good. Just shagging and jagging, my man. Shagging and jagging." And he went away. Shagging and jagging. A junkie. So I assumed. But he'd be wearing a suit though. He used to wear like kind of like a suit. Like a stripy fucking, like a pinstripe kind of suit. So I think he was a high functioning sort of heroin fucking addict or something. But so I honestly, every time I saw him after that, his eyes seemed that watery way, and I don't know, maybe was he always like that? I'm not quite sure, but it's as if he never quite got rid of that. But anyway, right. See, so for the next story, I've got the Shadies on the Bus or First Drink. What would you like to hear? After the stories, there'll be Q&A, right? Shadies and drink. It looks 50-50. I'll go to First Drink because that's before the Shadies on the Bus. The Shadies on the Bus was when I was in my 20s and the student years. First Drink was when I was 14, I think, maybe. I think I've told this story. Before on the webcam, but I'll tell it again. What's shadier? I don't know. Oh hi, Tetsu says read alternate lines from each story simultaneously. I'll do that another night, right? Right, this story here is called First Drink. Right. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, remember, I've got a wee reminder coming up in the chat all the time, but to tell you how to get the book. But there it is anyway. If you type !book, gives you the link to the book. Make sure pre-order it, get the book, because if you order the book, if you pre-order it, as they say, then the sales are all added up in that first week. And if I get lots of sales in that first week, it goes into the Sunday Times bestseller list, and I can put that on the paperback when it comes out to say I'm a Sunday Times bestseller. Thank you. I'll get it on Audible. I don't know if that counts, but Audible, get it, the audio book is read by me, right? Or you get both. Get both. Get a few. Get 10 books for your pals. And get everything all stocked. Get it all stocked up for Christmas. Get it before Brexit. But this story here is called First Drink. How can I position the book? I was in Millport. That, like I said, I did this story. I didn't do this story on the webcam, but I told you about this once, right? Here it is, First Drink. It was in Millport that I had my first drink. I was only 14, but that's quite late compared to the other folk that were around me. When I first met all these people in Millport, I was the only one that didn't drink. I didn't like the state people got in when they were drunk back in Glasgow. They were a mess. They flopped about, they were half asleep, whereas I was hyperactive. I was like a fucking puppy, full of energy and excitement, and I wanted to keep it that way. I'd tell people that I didn't have to have a drink to have a good time. I was full of all that part. Then, one night, I decided to have one. There was usually a big crowd of us, but all I remember for this time was that there were just the four of us. There was me, this lassie I knew, her boyfriend, and her cousin, who was this new lassie that I'd just met. I was getting off with this lassie, the cousin. She was a nice person with braces in her teeth. I think she was having a drink, and that's maybe why I decided to have one, because if this nice person is having one, maybe I should have one as well. I asked them what I should get, because I didn't want to be flopping about. I didn't want to get in that state, so they recommended 3 cans of Bud. That was my first drink, 3 cans of Bud. I drank them and I liked them. I liked the taste. They were like cans of shandy you could get in a shop. No too strong. I waited to feel something. Then I started to feel it. This glow. I started to feel this happiness. I remember the four of us sitting in the Ritz Cafe with me smiling from ear to ear, telling him that it was the best feeling I'd ever felt. I honestly couldn't stop smiling. I had this big smile and a sense of well-being. The other three were laughing at how much I was going on about it. We went back to our house where we just sat in the living room. Me and the cousin would get off with each other now and then, and the other lassie and her boyfriend would get off with each other on another seat. It's funny how we'd all do that when we were young, get off with folk in the same room as other folk. I think the cousin left Millport the next day, and it was time for me to head home as well. We didn't swap numbers or addresses or anything, and I didn't see her back in Millport again. The next time I saw her was in Glasgow, about 5 years later. I was in George Square, and I was fucking steaming. I was waiting for the late night bus on a Saturday night. The place was busy with people trying to get home after being in the pubs and clubs and student unions, and I was by myself, drunk, and probably being all bitter. Then I saw her in the distance. She was... Is that alright the way I'm fucking holding it? Don't I be like that? I was by myself, drunk, probably being all bitter. Then I saw her in the distance. She was with pals, pointing to a bus or taxi, smiling. She looked nice. She looked like a nice person, just like she did before. She was too far away for me to run at her and say hello to, but I knew anyway what state I was in. Even in that state, I knew what state I was in. I'd be a slurring, slabbering monster. Remember me? Remember the 3 cans of bud? Look at me now. Ta-da! About 5 years after that, I was sitting in work with a hangover. The worst hangover in my life. A hangover that lasted the whole week. And it just so happened to be caused by a weekend trip to Millport. I'd went fucking daft. I was steaming on the Friday. I was drinking all day Saturday, all day Sunday. I had the Monday off work, so I drank all day Monday as well. Tequila's a lot. Wrecked. I was still drunk when I got in work on the Tuesday. Happy as Larry in my golden hour. But by midday, I was a mess. I had the horrors, as my dad called it. I was sitting in the office toilet, paranoid, thinking everybody was talking about me while I was in there. I had to get out the toilet in a hurry because I was starting to get the urge to just stay in there all day. There was a new guy that had started, Elfie Belfast. He was about my age and he was into a drink and all and going to clubs. He was a chilled out sort of guy. I could tell that he was one of the good guys. And I asked him to accompany me to the pub because I needed a fucking drink. So he came along and I told him all about my weekend. He told me I'd be alright. That night when I got home, I don't know what was happening to my body, but I thought I was going to die. Genuinely. One of my arms went on him for no reason. I wasn't lying on it or anything. The eyesight in one of my eyes conked out for a few seconds. My insides were making all these sounds that I hadn't heard before. It was like my body was saying, no, fuck this, bye. The next morning, I didn't feel that much better. I was ironing my clothes before work, and I felt a tickly feeling going down the back of my leg. I pulled down my joggies and had a look, and there was a light brown bead of liquid running down from my arse. I'd shat myself, and I didn't even know it. I went into work with my scalp crawling, and a feeling that I just wanted to vanish. So I asked that Belfast guy if he'd come to the pub with me again. He came along and made everything alright once again. Like I said, one of the good guys. And he was like that all week until I got better. It was a nightmare. And to think that it all started with 3 cans of bud because of that nice lassie. But wait till you hear this. See that Belfast guy? I looked him up on Facebook recently to see what he'd been up to. I saw that he'd recently become a dad. I had a wee look through his pictures and there was him and his wife holding their baby. When I saw his wife, I nearly fell off the seat. Because guess who it was? It was her. That lassie. The cousin. Kid you fucking not. I kid you fucking not. Kid you not. I kid you not, man. Kid you fucking not. You made that up, says somebody there. Nope. This is a guy who just came off the bed. That happened when I met that lassie. That was in Millport when I was, whatever that was, 14, 15. 5 years later, about 5 years later, I see her up the town, I'm fucking wrecked, right? 5 years after that, so it's 10 years after I first saw her, I'm in work and this guy's just came here for Belfast, got a job in this web company I'm in, and he's never been here before or anything like that. This lassie, she's for, it wasn't Glasgow, but one of the places near Glasgow, and she's not for Belfast, nothing like that. And then I fucking, bumped into him, bumped into him in clubs, bumped into him, he's been to some of my shows and all that, and I go and check him out on Facebook. What's he been up to? Oh, he's a dad now. Oh, he's married and everything now. He's married and everything. I go and check him out. And honestly, just going through the photos, seeing what he's up to. And there he is there. And there's a picture of the wife, like that, holding the baby. And I'm like that. And I looked at some other pictures. It's her. There's another picture. It's her. There's another picture. It's her. And I'm like, maybe it's no. Maybe it's no. And I looked at her name and I'm like, I think that was her name. I think that was her name. And you know how I absolutely definitely know? Because I'm Facebook friends with the cousin. I'm Facebook friends with quite a lot of people for, like, I knew from Millport. I'm Facebook friends with the cousin. And I looked at the cousin's fucking friends list and there is her, the nice lassie. And there's like a picture of the two of them in the same photo. Oh, there's my old cousin there. I'm like, no fucking way. Aye, but mad. Fucking started with the three bud. Next thing you know, I'm shiting myself. Honestly, I was like to that guy that week, a week long hangover. And I was honestly like that. I don't know if it was pure shaking, but I was fucking... when I went into work on a Tuesday morning, because I was drinking on a Monday and all, when I went into, honestly, Tuesday morning, golden hour, fucking, I was like full of life. Fucking, I remember my boss going like that to us. We had like a wee meeting, he went, who here smells of the weekend? And I was like, oh, oh, that'll be me. Sorry. I was kind of, I went a bit mad and I was humming a fucking booze. I don't even know if I had a shower. Fuck knows. That's what I didn't shite myself by that point, but I was like that. And then within about 2 hours, I'm like, and honestly, when I was in the toilet, when I went to that toilet, when I walked to the toilet, I was just paranoid like that. I bet everybody's talking about me. When I went into the toilet, I was sitting there thinking, I bet everybody's like, the second the toilet door's shut, I bet they're like, oh my God, fucking stadium. The stadium. There's about 30 people in the company. I bet they're like, stadium, man. The stadium, oh my God. Oh my God. When he comes out, don't make sure he doesn't know what we're talking about. Make sure he doesn't know what we're talking about him. I just thought I'm fucking getting para as fuck. Para as fuck. And I was thinking, I just wanted to stay in. I felt myself going like that. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to leave the toilet. I'm not going to leave the toilet. And I had to force myself to get out the fucking toilet because I felt myself ready to go like, no, I'm not leaving the toilet. So I walked out and just had to sort of keep my fucking chin up as if I wasn't para. But I was kind of like walking like that. Sat down And I had to leave early. See, I think by the time I got to about 4 o'clock, I think I said to my boss, who was a cunt, yeah, I'm like that to him. I really need to leave. I really no feeling well. I think I went a wee bit after the weekend. I really need to leave. I really. He's like, oh, no bother. Don't worry about it. That's how bad it was. I saying to my fucking boss, who was a bastard, can I please leave? I'm utterly fucking hung out. And that night or the next night, I fucking lost sight of I couldn't feel my arm for a bit, and I'm like, I'm dying. But you know what I think it might have been as well as the booze? When I was in Millport, I was staying there in somebody's flat. I kind of like gate crashed their flat in a way. I just went like that with my pal. Come on, we're just going to stay at his. I was hungry. So I went into the guy's kitchen and got a potato. You know, just a big fucking potato that's all with dirt on it, and I put it in a pan, a pot, and boiled it. I didn't know how Limmy, your stream isn't linked in your tweet. What? You what? Oh, I fucking did the link to the fucking... I did a link to the fucking blog, no the fucking... Oh my god, I've blown it. I've blown it. I've blown it. No. Oh my god. 2 stories done, man. Fuck it. Twitch. He was us. Fuck me, man. What a clown. What's that? 1,000 viewers? Look, I told people to be here at 9. I told them earlier, right? I told them earlier to be here at 9. See whoever's here, they're here. See whoever's here, they're here. They know it, right? They know it. See if they didn't get it, like, then fuck off, man. No, I fucking blew it. Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Right, now where's the link? Right, that's that. Stupid fucking bastard, man. Oh my god. Stupid bastard. Silly man. Silly man. A silly man. They're going to turn up. No, listen, I told people the day. I told people a bit later. And I told them a wee bit later. I says 9 o'clock. That one that I just did there was just the wee link to say, look, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Nobody worry about it. Why are you worrying? It's fine. It's alright, man. I've just been building up to it for a couple of days. Don't worry about it. I've just been building up to it for a couple of days. Not to get hot and bothered about it. Folk, that's right, Caroline. Folk knew this was happening. Jimmy says you've confused them now. Well, they deserve to get fucking confused if they're that easily confused. Right. Well, they can catch up in YouTube, can't they? They can check out on the old YouTube later. Hear the police there? I think they're going to, I was thinking an ambulance actually. I was thinking, going to save my. They're going to crimes of social media outreach. I think they're coming to arrest me for crimes of social media outreach. Right, that leaves us with one last story. And that is... Here, it's a shame the book's printed. I would love to have put that one in the book there. That's a cracker, that, isn't it? You fucking up that... fucking that up there. Like this last one's called The Shadies on the Bus. And at this point I'm 20 or 21, I think 20. I was a student. I was third year into college. I think I did an SNC, an HNC, and an HND. Kind of print to do with printing and stuff like that. Then I moved on to kind of electronic publishing sort of stuff, and then it moved on to kind of multimedia stuff, as it was called back in the day. Anyway, before this, just before it, the chapter before it, I talk about how my mum died when I was 20. My mum died when I was 20. She was only 52, and I mentioned how I was actually all right with it. You know, like I wasn't like devastated. I was kind of like that. Well, sort of all right about it. Right. By the way, everybody who's subscribed, I'm gonna give a big shout out after all this. I've just switched off the alerts just so that it doesn't interrupt us. Right. I'm gonna give all a shout out and all that after it. Right. Right. Here we go. Right. So this last story, I'm going to read you. Oh, the potato. Oh, the fucking... GP McAdam is spamming potato. I'm like, why is he saying that? What does that mean? Oh, the fucking totty. Aye. So, at this... me and my pal went down to Millport that weekend. I was fucking wrecked. And had nowhere to stay. But I just thought, I'm going to chance it. Listen, I know cunts down there. It'll be fine. And it was fine. I managed to stay at this guy's flat. There was quite a few people there. I was hungry. I went and got his fucking totty that he had in the kitchen, put it in a pot of boiling water, and I didn't know how you boil a potato. I didn't know how long you do it for. It was a big one, about that fucking size. I put it in all dirty water and everything, boiled it for about a fucking minute, then he cut it up right like that, and then took it out and started eating it, and pure crunching right into it, crunching into this fucking totty. And then I don't know if that's bad for you, but it could have gave me, I don't know, food poisoning. I don't think you get food poisoning for dirt. You don't get food poisoning for a raw totty, do you? But if you do, maybe that was partly how I felt so bad, but I was fucking... I don't, you wouldn't get it for that. I don't think. But honestly, this hangover felt like it lasted a week and it was fucking terrible, and I felt like I was fucking dying. Anyway, so this is about that story I just told you. That's when, what was that one? First drink, aye. So this is when I'm 20. This is after my first drink, you know. This is about the time... This is about the time when I was steaming and I saw that lassie up in George Square. No, when I started drinking when I was 14, but 20 when my mum died, right, anyway. And I was in college at the time, my third year in college, I think. The Shadies on the bus. I was taking it quite well, my mum dying. It was a bit uncomfortable seeing my mates for the first time since she died, or gone into college with everybody knowing what had happened. They'd look at me differently, all serious and quiet, which wasn't what I was used to. I just wanted to have a laugh about it all and carry on as normal. But when I got a drink in me, I started going on about her quite a bit, how much I loved her and how brilliant she was. One night, I went a bit mental. I don't know if it was anything to do with my ma, or if I just went a bit mental. I was coming home for the student union on the bus, and I was drunk. I was upstairs, and it was empty, except for me up the front, and these two guys down the back. And I didn't like these guys. I'd seen them about Canwadrick. Canwadrick's where I come from, right? It's this council estate in the south side of Glasgow, as I keep fucking mentioning. It was actually one in particular that I'd seen about. He was the main one I had a problem with. The problem was that he looked a bit of a shady, a bit hard, but calm looking. He looked a bit like Al Pacino in Scarface, without the scowling. He had this kind of like short dark hair, like pure straight kind of fringe. He had that whole looked just like him. The problem I had with him was that I liked how he looked. There was something cool about him, something attractive about him. He was a new face about Canwardwick. I didn't know who he was. Who knows? I maybe just fancied him and I wanted him to notice me. I heard the pair of them laughing about something and I didn't like it. It was like they were laughing at me. I turned around and said, "What's that?" Like I was hard. They were like, "What?" I said, "What are you laughing at?" They didn't know what I was on about, but they laughed at me talking shite. I started some kind of argument with them about fuck knows what. But then I said, right, me and yous, pair of yous, one we'll get off this bus right now. They were like that, if you want. I stood up and went downstairs to get off the bus, and they followed me. Can you fucking believe it? We got off at a stop that wasn't far from my house. It was near a graveyard, and I says, right, come on in here, and walked towards the graveyard. They followed. I didn't know what I thought was going to happen next. I basically just wanted to die. I wanted to get battered fuck it. I wanted to get battered fuck it, or get killed, or I just wanted something to happen. I walked inside the graveyard until we were all a good distance for the front gate. They were a bit behind me. I saw a bottle near one of the gravestones. I picked it up and smashed it and said to them, "Come on then." They walked towards me. I pulled up my t-shirt and said, "Go, stab me, stab me." And I started cutting my belly with the bottle. I wasn't gouging into it. I was just taking swipes, so I was making cuts. I started greeting, going, stab me, go." The pair of them stopped walking and said, "You're off your nut." And then they walked away. I hung about the graveyard for a bit, greeting. Then I went home. I feel like I'm making it up when I tell you this story, because it sounds implausible. Why would two guys get off a bus to fight another guy? Why would they walk calmly into a graveyard for a fight? I wasn't a challenge. I wasn't a giant. And I wasn't rich. It wasn't like they could mug me. I was just some drunken student looking for attention for a guy I sort of hated and sort of fancied. Well, I got his attention. I got a reaction. You got to give me that. He played right into my hands. I wonder if he ever saw me on the telly after that, in Limmy's show. I wonder if he pointed at the telly and said, That's that cunt for the bus. That cunt in the graveyard, that one I told you about. The one that slashed himself. I wonder if he's reading this book. If so, hello, it's me. So there you go, there's 3 stories. There's 3 stories from my autobiography. If you do !book, you get the link to it. Lots of wee stories in there from when I was young to when I was older. There's stuff about Limmy show, telly stuff, my last drink, suicidal stuff, slash myself up a bit more and all the rest of it. Some criminal stuff, and sort of getting into trouble on Twitter and all these sort of wee things, and what it's like being on the telly and what it's like with cunts recognising you, and strange wee fucking situations and all sorts of wee things. So hopefully, I hope you like it. It's on the 21st of February, which is a week on Thursday, as in 2 weeks yesterday. 21st, and then the tour starts in March. In April, I won't be reading out the stories that you heard tonight. It'll be different stories. It's all sold out anyway, but I'll probably be at the Fringe anyway. If you didn't manage to get tickets, I'll probably be at the Fringe for 10 days. But anyway, so before I thank all the subs and all that, let's now have the Q&A. Let's now have the Q&A. Well, I already fucking chat on the webcam all the time, but I thought I'll do this kind of Q&A sort of thing. Do you have any questions? Why did you steal a car? It's in the book, right? But it was my first acid. I took my very first acid when I was 15, and I just sort of one thing led to another. Next thing, we're knocking 2 motors. But it's in the book. It's in the book. Any acid stories like that? And there's some other acid stories. There's an acid story I'm going to read out in the book too. I used to take acid all the time, like when I was a teenager. Is it hard to open up about your past? No. How did you turn your life around? Luck. Any scars? Aye. I can't show you my scars because that'd be against the old TOS, you know what I mean? What does Lynn think of the book? She read it. The bits that she read, she really liked, and she said that she was kind of greeting in a way with certain bits. She was really pissing herself laughing with some bits and greeting at other bits because of certain things I was talking about. The funny thing is, it's funny to hear that because I'm like, oh, what bit? Because I'm like, oh, that sounds good. That's a good reaction. Oh, good. This will be a bestseller. Yes, man. Yes. I'm not greeting. I mean, when I'm fucking writing, I'm not greeting. I'm just like that. When I read it back, I'm like that. There's sexual things in it. There's some stuff I go on about that I had kind of sexual problems when I was younger and still got lingering sexual problems to this day. If you want to know what I'm talking about, you have to read the book. And then kind of making up for I didn't lose my virginity till I was 22. And then sort of making up for lost time in a way. And I put it in the book, and I'm not trying to be some sort of like fucking sleazeball talking about sexual conquests and all that sort of shit. I'm just sort of kind of balancing all these things that fucking happened before. You know, like I've told you before on here, you know, the time that where this lassie and shit, this nickname I got, Needle Dick. And I got this other nickname, Mr. Soft, and all this sort of shite. And just no, like, fanny fright and all the rest of it, not being able to get a hard on out of fucking fear of lassies and just fear of all that. You know, that Needle Dick thing only lasted for about 3 days. That Mr. Soft thing lasted for about a week or something, I don't know. Didn't really last, but with these sexual things, you know, I was like, oh, what's Lynn going to say, man? Lynn knows. It's not like it's not like when I met Lynn, I went like that. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. When we get married, I'll have a nice white dress on. You better believe it. Jimmy says, ouch, fucking hell, I have the same with not being able to get a hard on. I was only making it up. Mr. Soft, won't you tell me why? I'm only joking. This whole night, mate, has been about fucking snaring you, man. Got you. That's it, it's over. I knew we could date, Trips. I knew we could date. We got him, man. We got him. Fucking hell, the amount of planning. Had to write this fucking book for that, man. Had to write a whole fucking book for it, man. We got him. Have you always been into making comedy bits? No. Only started really making videos when I was in my mid-20s or something, or with Limmy.com and having my own company, but no. Didn't really make up anything. You couldn't back in my day. These days, every cunt's got a video camera and there's YouTube and all the rest of it. Back in my day, you had your one of your mates' dad might have had a video camera. Something like that. What was the first sketch you wrote for Limmy Show? I think it was just stuff that, like, for the pilot of Limmy Show, I just took stuff that I'd used in my my live shows, my fringe shows. The one where I go like that, I keep waking up again and again into another dream and another dream. I'd already made that, so we refilmed it, and there was a Jacqueline McCafferty phoning the taxi. That was a video made for my 2008 Glasgow Comedy Festival show. Dee Dee with the thing with the mirror. The thing with the mirror. That's just a filming. I'd already filmed that pretty much shot for shot for my live shows, and then just reshot everything. So I don't know. I just sat down and went like, right. I just picked my favourite things for the live shows that I thought that I'd already filmed, and that was it. Is it hard to act funny all the time? Not at all. Do you think your Twitch will ever die? Quincy Bones, you're too negative. Give him another time it. Treat him with extreme prejudice. Give him another time it. Go on. It's a fair question, but give him a time out anyway. Go on. Go on. Everything he says, just negativity. Go on. Give him a time out. Go on. Time him out. Get him out of here. Get this punk out of here. He's like, why is he still here? Thank you. The last thing I saw was him going like, what? With 5 question marks. Get this punk out of here. Get them piece of trash. When you starting the next book? I'm not doing a fucking book, man. This is what I'm doing fucking full time. As soon as I can. Full fucking time. I can't wait to dive head first into Farm Simulator 19 24 hours a day. You know what I've bought today? I've not told you, by the way, you know what I bought today? No on the stream, but I bought it today. I bought a sugarcane planter and seeder, a sugarcane harvester, and a sugarcane trailer that attaches to the harvester that puts the sugarcanes in it. They all link up to each other. I can't wait, and they're pink. I coloured them pink, and I can't wait to show yous. Any other questions? Have you got any plans to... Sorry. If I was to go in Mastermind, what specialist subject be? Overwatch. Let's see. When you act all pissed off and we're all laughing, are you ever really salty, or is it all just patter? Butterfly Ghost, I can't tell you that, mate. I would ruin the magic. I'd ruin the magic. That's like a Wayne said to the magician. How did you do that? I tell you, man. It's magic. It's a kind of magic. Kind of magic, man. Did you really hate us? I'll be telling. It's a kind of magic. Where would you like to live if you left Glasgow? Or the outskirts. You know what I quite fancy? New York. I would like to go back to New York again and just get another shot. I stayed there for a couple of months when we were travelling, and it was alright and everything. But I'd like to stay there and go, right, and get into it. Try and get into it. But I can imagine getting into it or hating it, depending on just how something went one particular day. I would just wake up and something would happen. I would go, right, that's it. I hate this place. I hate every cunt in it. One thing I've got to tell you about New York, everything's bigger there, man. Everything's bigger. Another thing they do is they say, have a nice day. And the service in America, nothing like it here. Nothing like it here. The service is amazing, man. Any other questions? Any other questions? Were you the class clown? Not that much. Not that much. I think somebody asked, how did you get the L in front of the mic? So even though the mic is here with me, I've got Limmy behind me, right? As a graphic behind me, this is a green screen, so that's behind me. And then I've got another Limmy on front of me, but I've masked it, so it's just the L and the I, so it comes out of the mic. Like, watch. Like, doesn't really change it. Why do you say green screen like you don't know what it is? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Do you still fiddle around with music? I uploaded a song of the day on SoundCloud. Is it true there's been a bidding war for the film rights for the book? I can't talk about that, but let's just say, hopefully soon I'll be on the front paper of the Record with Gerard Butler talking about how my poor wee house in Malibu is burnt down again. Who's your favourite Limmy Show character? DD. Next story stream, Monday night. What's the name of the... Here, can I just say, by the way, you know how the text has gone up dead quickly? Honestly, see if you pop on any of these other streams on Twitch. Compared to this, they're a fucking mess. All it is emotes. And I know New Year's are going to probably fucking post lots of emotes because I've said that. But it's nothing but emotes. You're going to Dr. Disrespect or fucking Ninja or anybody else. It's just emotes. It's nothing. This is where the actual chat happens. What's that? Right, I'm trying to pause the chat here. How'd you stay looking so young, Brian? Thank you very much. Just being happy, just smiling. I just take a few more questions. Limmy, can you tell us a few more stories from the book so I don't have to buy it, please? I'm afraid I can't do that. How many cameras did you use to film Limmy Show? A really good question. It's the one camera. I can go into a lot of detail for you if you want, like I did the other night. Renador says, speaking of Monday night, mate, let's keep on topic of the book, please. Who's your favourite streamer? Nae cunt really. I'm not really. I'll tell you. I'm not going to talk about anybody specifically, right? Because you're not meant to say anything bad about any streamers. But I saw somebody the day just before I came on, and it's a guy streaming in a certain country. He's not the person that I mentioned the other night, the guy in Vietnam. It's not him. It's this other guy. Another guy, right? And he's in another country doing a kind of IRL walking about with his phone type of thing, streaming. Lots of viewers. And the first thing I see is him, like he's gone about obviously filming everything. And there's these women try to sell him something out in the street. And he's like, oh, and he's kind of talking to me. He says, oh, if I buy one, will you marry me? And they're kind of saying something, and he's like, if I buy one, will you marry me? And she's like, doesn't really know what he's on about, and I think he buys it. And I don't know if it's the same guy, but I remember seeing another guy about a month ago when I just checked out. I'm kind of attracted, my eyes get attracted to the walking about things. See if you just see somebody sitting there like that in their room, I'm not really that interested. If I see somebody walking about, I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? Where is this? I feel like getting taken away. And it was either the same guy or a different guy about a month ago. It was a guy in another country, and he's like that, chatting to somebody, chatting to some lassie. And this isn't some sort of notable fucking sleazeball. This isn't one of these like some sort of fucking pickup artist sort of cunt that ends up getting the fucking jail because he's a sleazeball. Just like a seemingly normal guy. And the first thing I saw this guy do was talk to some lassie, and he's sort of chatting away, and I'm like, oh, I wonder who's this? Is this somebody that he knows? And he goes like that. Oh well, and he's in another country he's in, and he goes, oh well, I just thought I wanted to just stop you and say that, you know, you have I just thought I need to stop and speak to her because you've got a beautiful smile. I wanted to stop and just tell you, I have to speak to her because she's got a beautiful smile. And she's like, oh, thank you. And then she goes away. It's like these guys, and these are different guys, by the way, different guys. So I'm not picking on one streamer in particular. They just seem to be different guys that go about places and go like that. Oh, will you marry me? Huh? I just want to say you got a beautiful smile, by the way. Hi. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna be like one of them, and I'm gonna go to wherever their fucking country is, like America, and I'm gonna go up to them, and I'm gonna go, all right, mama. How's it going, mama? You alright? Just had to film you, mate, because you got a beautiful smile. You want me to leave you alone? I'll leave you alone if you marry me. I'll leave you alone if you marry me. I just had to stop you. Who's that? Is that your ma there? Alright. How's it going, sweetheart? You alright? I just have to film you right now because you got a beautiful smile. Is that alright? You got a beautiful smile. Who's this? Is this your dad? Aye. How's it going, mama? How's it going? You alright? I'll leave you alone if you say you'll marry me. Do you get the idea, mama? Do you get the idea, mama? Well, everybody, I'll just do one or two more questions, right? I don't want to drag it out and bore you. Quincy Bones says, really good stream. Quincy Bones says, good stream. This, really enjoying it. You fucking hate you bastard. Get away. Any more questions? I don't know. I'll take 3 more questions. Might watch every improv I missed when this ends after how good this stream was. Thank you very much, Jamie. Hope you like it. Hope you like the stuff. I put all the stuff on YouTube. It's archived here. All the improv stuff and all the rest of it is all kind of archived here. And the good thing about the archives here is that you see the chat. You see the chat at the same time, so you can go, oh, what cunt's saying at that time. Because when it gets put on YouTube, you might see me refer to something that somebody's saying, but you can't see it because I've not got the chat. Let's see. How do you drink your tea, coffee? It's milk, no sugar. Let's see. Where did you used to drink in Glasgow? Firebird, the beer hall, anywhere really, but I liked, now and again, there's this alky sort of pub that I like going to. It's not really an alky pub, but it's one of these ones that opens at 8, which would be good if you're an alky, which I never was. There's not like a pure alky drinking at fucking 8, but, what's it called? McKinnon's, up near the Barras. Kind of good going in there, because you get like cunts that are into a fucking drink and feels good. Myopic says, does it annoy you when people stop you for pics? No. I really like it when people come up to us and say hello and get pictures and all the rest of it. Have you ever seen me out and about? You want a picture? Say hello or anything like that, you come up to me. Even if you see me, I'm there with my son and like there's a motor coming, you come right up. Fans first forever. One more question. Is there anything you left out that you'd like to have included? There's like lots more revealing stuff or bad stuff. Like, I talk about the criminal stuff. I talk about the criminal stuff, like a wee bit of criminal stuff, because I kind of want to go at it. Here's something I've done and now I don't do anymore. Here's I talk about the criminal stuff because it's a kind of example of, here's when I was, I kind of had an alright fucking upbringing and all the rest of it. And then I just sort of started going down this wee fucking road where I could have fucked everything up, got in trouble with the police again, then got in trouble with it after the car theft, then got in trouble with the police again, then again, and then again. I was getting jailed. I think I got like 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times jailed, like on a Saturday night up at fucking town. There was one occasion where there was a warrant out for my arrest because I didn't turn up for court. I completely forgot about it. And there was a warrant out for my arrest, and I was in college at the time. I'd stopped. See, by the time I started college, didn't get in any trouble. Didn't get in any trouble from that point on, no trouble. It was between me leaving school, pretty much, or just at the end of school, and starting college, which was about a year later. When I was about 17, I just went right off the fucking rails. Just really fucking nasty, just fucking bitter. All my pals had jobs and all that, and everybody else is in college or uni. Everybody's sort of doing stuff, and I just kind of fell in with the kind of other sorts of cunts. But it was really, I didn't go about with a wee team of fucking bad bastards wrecking the place. It was just me, just going about fucking drunk and like kicking in a fucking windy, that type of thing. Once I started college, everything changed, and that was it. But I kept getting haunted by the fucking stuff that I'd done. Nothing violent, by the way, nothing like that. Just it's like kind of vandalism of fucking things, and so I was in college about 3 years into college, like my HND, and there was one night where there was a warrant out for my arrest. I went for a piss somewhere near George Square because I was busting, and I came out and the police went like that. Oh, what were you doing in there? I went, I was just in a pish. I couldn't find anywhere. I didn't want to pish in the street in case somebody saw me. It was a building site that I went into, and they went, all right. Well, we just need to run a wee check on you. Just a kind of like a wee daft wee check. And I was in the middle of George Square, Saturday night, 3 o'clock in the morning. All places mobbed. No mobbed, but everybody's waiting for buses and all that. And I was with this police woman, and the policeman walked out of the police motor at the pavement, kind of air there in the distance, and I'm thinking to myself, oh here, I think I've got a warrant. And I saw the police guy go like that, reach into his motor and go like that, and reading my name, like that. he was doing something, to her. Or he radioed, I can't remember, but she went like, okay, and she was like, oh, pure like, fucking handcuffing me. You're like, all quick and all that, and I'm like, aye, it's a warrant out for my arrest, I didn't turn up for court about it, and she's like, right, and the fucking, I'm like, I'm pure getting led away, like, past everybody, 3 a.m, it's like, that's when everybody's came out to student unions and the pubs and all that, they're all getting the late night buses, and I'm like, getting sort of led away in fucking handcuffs and cunts all like that. She says, cunt, what's he done? What's he done, man? Who's this? What's this cunt done? This? Look at this cunt, man, look. And I said in the motor, when I said I was in the post motor, I says, oh, I got into trouble like about 2 to 3 years ago. I got into trouble and then I was to turn up for court like a year later. That's how they kind of set the court dates. Because I pled not guilty. It was like, what was it? Can't remember what the fuck it was. I think I was round the back of a building and they said I was trying to break in or something. And a year passed for the court date and it was something like I didn't turn up. And then, no, the witness didn't turn up, right? So it got set for a year later, by which point I'm in my second year in college. Then I don't turn up, which was that there, that fucking, then a warrant was out for my arrest. And then the court date is set for a year after that, so it's like 3 years, by which point I'm like in my third year in fucking college. And I've not been in any trouble that whole time. And then it comes up to fucking court. The court date, the witness doesn't turn up again. And the judge was like that. This is a joke. This is a complete waste of money or something like that. A waste of the court's time. And just went like that, just threw the whole thing out. Just went like that. Get it to fuck it. And that was it. But I spent that fucking Saturday night and the Sunday night in the police station, because the way it works is if you've got to appear in court, if you get done on the Friday or Saturday night, if you get done one of the nights that the court's only open or whatever it is, you've got to do a weekender. You've got to stay in all weekend. So I was in the Saturday night, so I just spent Saturday night in the cells or Sunday in the cells, and then going into court on the Monday while I'm in fucking college. Anyway, what was that like? It was alright. I was used to it. I was getting into trouble like quite a few times when I was 17, so I was starting to get fucking used to it until I got threatened with the jail. Got threatened with the actual fucking jail. But I quite liked being in a wee fucking cell. I liked being in a wee fucking cell all day. I was alright with it. I liked going to the police station and then kind of the way it was, the nice orderly way, all these fucking things. I liked it. Right, so before I go, everybody, I mean, I might stay on later for a game, right, but I don't know, I'll go and leave and I'll finish this stream and see what happens, right, but, so I just want to say some thank yous. I just want to say to subs. Groozers, thanks. Fudge McTavish, thank you very much. Crescent Spoon, Lewis Ludo, The Man Castle, Michael, Afone for the cheer, Hubble Dips, McCoom, thank you, McComb, thank you very much. Barbo, Shane, Ian, Callum, Rake, Bust Nuts, the Wilson, thank you very much. I'm sorry for all these big thank yous. The rest of you might not be interested, but it's very important. I thank you, all my subs. Thank you. Handles, thank you very much. In fact, hold on a wee minute. Hold on a wee second, troops. Put that up. And put that there. Hey. Thanks to everybody who subbed. There's a big list of people who subbed. Thank you. I'm just after saying it's important I thank every sub, and I'm like, aye, so thanks everybody who subbed. Lots of people subbed. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to everybody who subbed tonight. I hope you found that interesting. Generally, I would say in a fucking nutshell, and I kind of say it on the back, the book's generally about when I was like primary school years, feeling a bit of kind of freak and no something not quite right with me. Generally alright, kind of bit alone and all the rest of it. Teenage years, been a bit self-conscious now, and I started into drinking and wanking and taking stuff, and then getting into trouble, going after rails, going to college, and then kind of leaving college, not having a clue what I'm fucking doing for about a year. That was like a DD year, and then managing to get work and learning Flash, and then slowly becoming, like, making up for all the feelings of being a fucking freak, and using my freakishness in my web design, web developments, and then my videos that led to the sketches that led to the fame of the, and then the podcasts, and the podcast led to Stands Up, and that led to the telly, and that leads me to right here with me speaking to you today, here tonight. So I hope you like it. So it's out the 21st of February, which is a Thursday. I hope you pre-order it, as they say. Thank you. My longest wank. Vic, I once deliberately made a wank last an hour as an experiment. No, continuously, kind of had to stop and all that. I just wanted to see if I could do it. Pocket Shepherd, thank you very much for the sub. Ig Perish. I'm always interested in wank facts. It's not just like me talking about wank. I'm interested in hearing other guys. Lassies I know, but mainly guys, because I'm a guy, and like, how do I compare to this person, because we've both got the same fucking stuff, and go, what have you, what have you done, what have you tried, what have you done, and all that. Is that, I'll try that and all, that's a good one, it's a good idea, that one, I'll try that. B, thank you very much, Caddy One Mister, I'm so sorry. Hella Cereal, thank you very much for the sub. So I might be on a wee bit later. I'll see how it goes. I might be on like 5 minutes from now. Right, we'll see how it goes. Right, Elbows, thank you very much for the resub. Thank you very much. So here it is. Hope you like it. Hope you like to stream, and hope that piqued your interest, as I say. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you out there on the book tour. Maybe see you at the Fringe. But I'll be seeing you here in a few minutes anyway. Thanks for watching. See you later.